Hi, my name is Garrison Ham, and I'll be discussing some of the benefits, proper implementations, and successes of the Medical Civil Action Program, also known as the MedCap. Some of the benefits of the MedCap are that they improve relations between the United States and foreign nations, typically nations that tend to be considered underdeveloped by American standards. They do this by building foreign medical capabilities, where that local government can better care for its people and add to its own legitimacy. Another benefit of these MedCaps is that they train and add experience to American military medical personnel, which will come in handy in future conflicts or peacekeeping missions. MedCaps often work well in rural areas where medical care is hard to come by. These rural areas are often hotbeds of insurgent support, usually because the local population is disillusioned with the government or they don't really see a benefit to their relationship with that government. So anyone who can come in and properly apply this highly sought after medical care for little to no price can really add to their own legitimacy, and it really helps them in whatever their mission is. There are ways to specifically go about conducting these MedCaps. It's important for the United States military and the local governments, along with their medical personnel, to coordinate early on in this process. Local nationals should take the lead on the medical care from the beginning. If that's not possible, then there should definitely be a plan implemented for the local national takeover fairly soon. Under no circumstances should the United States or its host government allow for the long-term or even medium-term reliance on American military assets. Some of the successes of the MedCaps include recently in the Philippines, where U.S. Special Operation Forces taught locals medical self-reliance by teaching healthcare providers basic primary medical care that added to overall community health. But an even greater success would be in the year 2000, the Zambezi River in Mozambique experienced extreme flooding and requested aid from the U.S. Government. The United States military came in and set up early warning systems and other infrastructure responses to future floods. One of those infrastructure responses were the use of MedCaps, where the U.S. military built hospitals, clinics, and trained first responders. In 2008, the river flooded again, but this time less than 30 people were killed. Only 150,000 people were affected by the floods, as opposed to over 1 million in 2000. Mozambique managed the disaster mostly by itself, and very little American aid was given, and no U.S. military assets were deployed. This is a really good example of the MedCap being used as properly in an overarching nation-building mission, and not just by itself as a singular foreign policy tactic.